What you're witnessing today is maybe the most important podcast event of the year. That's right. You know, you have Joe Rogan, you have Two Bears, One Cave. There's probably some other shows. But now, here's another one. It's the Chase Mair Show. So we have a guest. We're going to do interviews. This is Maddie.
Hi, everyone.
How do you want to credit yourself?
Maddie.
Just Maddie.
Just Maddie.
All right,
It's
cool.
fine.
Cool. That's really cool. Have you ever been interviewed before?
This is my first time.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've had a conversation that's very one-sided and feels like an interview.
Are you trying? I'm the guy with the jokes here. Like, I'm the guy who
All
tells
right, man.
jokes.
Sorry, Chase. I'll back off. This is your ship.
Yeah, this is my
You're
ship.
the captain.
And I'm sailing it.
Okay.
Have you ever done an interview before?
No. I mean, I've conducted one. Yes.
Well, I mean, that is doing an interview.
Okay,
isn't
then
it?
yes.
Do you interview anybody cool?
No.
That's unfortunate.
Have you ever interviewed someone cool?
No, just normal people.
Oh, you're supposed to say, yeah, Maddie. You.
So you're trying to tell me how to do my show right now?
Yeah, sorry. This is your show. I'm doing it again. Strike two.
It's like I can take down the sign. I can write the Maddie Hart Show.
That'd be cool. What if I just hijack it right now?
I don't like the idea of that. Not a big fan of that.
Hijacking or?
No, I'm not a big fan of hijacking. I'm not a big fan of derailing the show. You know, I put like years of effort.
Okay.
You know, I went to broadcasting school. I built up a following.
Did you?
Yeah. I have like dozens of followers.
You do. That is right.
So anyways, tell me about what have you been up to? What have you done today?
Oh, I've just the usual. Woke up, got dressed, said I'm happy to be alive, and just thought all day about the Chase Mair Show that we're on right now. Tune in.
So that's it.
That's it.
That's all you got up
No,
to?
I went to work. I did go to work. I was supposed to actually go paragliding today, but I didn't end up going paragliding today.
Oh, that would have been a good story.
Yeah, that would have.
You could have told me about your paragliding.
I know, that was my anecdote that I was like, oh, I could talk about this on the podcast. But then, the clouds rolled in, and next thing you know, I'm on the tram down.
So was it like paragliding for work, or you just...
Paragliding for marketing, yeah. So just GoPros and pictures and stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you like record someone paragliding? Do you just like hook up like a whole bunch of like GoPros to everything, or you...
I'm just going to put one on their helmet, and I'm just going to take my camera, put it around my neck, hope for the best. Apparently they were doing flips, so I didn't really think that one through, so maybe best to have another day to think about it.
See, I should have done a show where people can just like do flips and shit.
Yeah.
That'd been cool.
Yeah. Not a bad 9 to 5 when you get to do a flip.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Did you see the bears?
I did, yeah.
Are they hanging?
They're
cool?
hanging, yeah. Yeah, they're just walking around, eating grass, being bears. Bears being bears.
I know bears really like ate grass. I thought they ate like berries and like people and shit.
They might have not been eating grass.
Because like, like cows, they eat grass because they got like the stomachs for it,
That's true.
It's like bears. How many stomachs do bears have? Do we have like a Jamie? Did we hire a Joe Rogan Jamie character?
There's 3 people in this room right now. Did I break the fourth wall?
See, just don't focus on the people. Just focus on the show.
I
right now
know.
that we're doing.
The people are making me nervous. I don't know these guys.
See, don't be nervous. They're not here. They're not here.
No.
Just focus on the interview right now.
Okay. I'm in it.
Yeah.
On the Chase Mair Show.
Yeah, exactly. So you got any cool projects in the works? You doing anything?
Oh, just a few. Yeah, just doing zipline FPV video. That's one of the things in the works.
What does FPV stand for?
First person view.
I probably
So
could have figured that one out.
It's okay. Didn't
Yeah.
you go to film school?
I went to films.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice. So when are we going to talk about plane crashes?
Well, I have an itinerary.
Okay. So jumping the gun.
We can talk about plane crashes eventually,
Okay.
I've been doing a lot of research. It's crazy stuff,
Yeah. Did you watch the intro I sent you?
Yeah, all like several intros.
Yeah.
You didn't realize like because you're talking about Mayday, the Canadian plane crash show.
Yeah.
And for like the longest time I thought that was like a Spike TV thing, like 1,000 Ways to Die. It's just like how many plane crashes can we come up with? But I like sat down and watched an episode, and they're like very in depth.
Which episode did you watch?
It was like one where it was in Buenos Aires.
Yep.
And it's like the plane's taking off, and they forget to like put up their flaps or something like that.
Classic.
and it just goes straight. It goes straight forward into.
Sorry, Chase. Are you laughing at a plane crash?
No,
right
no,
now?
no. Sorry. We can cut this. Anyways, so it goes straight forward into a highway. It goes straight forward into a highway and then crashes into into a gas refinery. That
Sounds like a bad joke, hey?
Yeah.
You know, when the shit hits the fan, this is when the airplane hits the gas refinery.
You're like, why is there just like a packed highway and a gas refinery right next to the runway?
Top 10 things you shouldn't put next to a runway.
But yeah, like 300 people died.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
It was pretty sad.
Yeah.
So it's interesting when they get like the victims to like come on the show and be like,
right,
the plane crashed.
But they didn't have any victims to interview in this one, I reckon.
No, they had one. There was like one survivor.
Look at that.
So it was interesting because like I watched like a couple of them and they
Right.
was just like nobody had like very severe burns. It didn't look like.
Right.
Which I figure that's just like something that just happens.
No one had burns after crashing into a gas refinery?
Well, just like any other plane crash.
Oh,
you
got
know.
it.
The lady who crashed in the gas refinery, in fact, didn't have burns.
Wow.
She's very lucky.
She is.
I guess if she was more lucky, she wouldn't have been in the plane crash.
That's true. And she should count her blessings.
We're all gonna cut this. We're gonna cut me laughing at all the people
No, keep
dying. So like you're like the Mayday expert.
Yeah.
So like what's the best like Mayday incident? So what's your favorite one?
You're opening up the can of worms here, Chase.
Well, that's what the show's for.
Man, like,
know.
what do you, like, survival rate? Or, like, you know, there's ones that are just, like, massive fuck-ups.
Well, I just, like, you know, you're the expert. I want to know the bangers.
Okay, bangers. Well, the first one I watched, the Gimli glider.
Okay.
Gimli, Manitoba, a very Canadian episode. Front landing gear of the plane did not deploy. This pilot used to be, like, you know, fighter pilot. He knew how to maneuver this airplane, crashed it onto a air base without the front landing gear, saved everyone on board.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Because I was wondering, it's just like, are they all just accidents? Are there survivors in some of these instances?
100%.
Which, you know,
Yeah.
answers that one.
Yeah.
Like, did they do hijackings?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I realized like they had that much variety in the plane crash show.
Oh, there's everything you can imagine. That's the beauty of Mayday. Every episode is a little surprise.
Yeah.
And you get to guess what happens along the way.
It's like a box of chocolates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they have like a DB Cooper one?
I don't think so.
That's unfortunate.
But see, there's 23 seasons of Mayday, so I think I can make a 24th. There's enough content out
I was
there.
about to say, are you caught up with it or are you?
Oh, yeah. There's this little, well, I don't really have TV anymore, so there's this Facebook page that posts them illegally that I tune into sometimes.
Are you admitting to committing a crime on the
No,
Chase Mair
I didn't
show?
post them on Facebook. I just stumbled upon them one day.
Are you endorsing piracy on the Chase Mair show?
The Facebook algorithm told me to. I was like, oops, I'm watching an episode of Mayday.
Zuckerberg, you better look into that one. I thought it was an interesting show. It was good background noise.
Great background noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was editing photos.
Did you like the acting?
Yeah, I was really liking the CGI.
Yeah,
too.
the CGI is awesome.
Because I was thinking like, oh yeah, they're shooting in the cockpit, and I was convinced that like they were shooting like on an actual set. Then they cut out to the window, and it's just like a screensaver.
You thought it was a documentary based on actual events?
Well, yeah, I thought it was real.
Yeah.
And they had real people.
Yeah, real people and a real airplane. That'd
Yeah.
be crazy.
Yeah, it's like
You walk onto an airplane and they're just filming an episode of Mayday. Shit.
you see the Discovery logo in the corner. And it's like,
Oh,
man, not
fuck.
again.
This isn't gonna end well.
Like this is like the third time this week. I've been trying to get all these planes.
First the flaps, now the landing gear. What's next?
Yeah, there was like another one that I was watching where like they're just flying over Queens and like one of the fins just like falls off
Yeah.
and they just like.
Yeah. You've really done your research, Chase.
Well, what can I say? I'm a professional.
This is very professional. How many episodes did you watch to study up for this moment?
Like 3.
That's
They were
awesome.
longer than I was expecting.
Where did you find them?
No, they're just on YouTube.
Oh. Are you admitting to piracy on the
No,
Chase
they
Mair
were
show?
posted by the official Mayday people. I would never endorse crime. It was an interesting show. You know,
Would you watch it again?
probably.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to know if there's a DB Cooper episode. I want to know if there's one about the towers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I should look into that. If they did a 9/11 Mayday, I've never seen it. I feel like 9/11 gets enough attention in the plane crash world.
So like in the plane crash community or like the 9/11 people, like the normies.
Yeah,
there?
yeah. It's like, oh yeah, you know what a plane crash is. You've heard of 9/11. Like everyone does.
Yeah.
It's like the Britney Spears of plane crashes.
Oh, you're a fan of plane crashes? Can you name 3 plane crashes?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you name
Yeah.
3 that aren't 9/11 related?
Yeah, that are not 9/11 and not DB Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
did he
a plane
crash that
crash
plane?
man. What?
Did he crash that plane? Or
No,
did
he
just take
jumped
it?
off and never was found. That plane never crashed, actually.
Nice. That guy's a skilled guy.
That's why they didn't do an episode of Mayday on that one.
Anyway, what a great show.
Yeah, this is great, Chase. Thanks
Yeah.
for having me.
You know, I thought this was going to be a total disaster, like a Mayday disaster, if
Yeah.
you will. And you know what?
The plane crash of podcasts.
Yeah, it's like it's like a podcast plane getting into
Yeah.
an entertainment crash.
You're the pilot, I'm the co-pilot. We're on the podcast plane, and we're on an episode of Mayday right now.
So like, do you have like a plane crash that just hasn't been covered on that show that you'd like to see?
Yeah, I mean, there's probably so many. I don't know about them, though. I like find out about plane crashes through the show. If not, it's like a recent event. But
Now, do you think there's people in the plane crash community that scoff at people who just learn about it through Mayday? You know, you see like in
Yeah.
YouTube comments, like a popular song, they're just
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I heard this song in like Guardians of the Galaxy or something."
Yeah.
And there's people that get like mad about that when it's like they're talking about like planes.
yeah, I'm like a plane crash hipster. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, I did it first, you know. All these normies found out about it on Mayday. I knew about it on first day it happened with that shitty iPhone camera from wherever in the world.
I was there at Ground Zero.
Yeah,
I listened to that black box tape when it dropped.
exactly. Yeah. No, the worst part about liking plane crashes is getting on a plane and like being the third pilot, you know? It's like making sure the flaps are deployed, because if those flaps aren't deployed, I know it's going to happen.
Well,
I've
yeah.
seen Mayday. This is
I
my first
saw
rodeo.
that episode.
Yeah, I saw that episode.
Because like the main issue with that one too is they were talking in the cockpit during
Oh, yeah.
during their takeoff, which I don't know if that's a common blunder or not.
Actually, that is human error is one of the leading causes of plane crashes.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. There's this one episode where this guy, well, it's a real story, invited his child into the cockpit and let him fly the plane for a bit. They ended up crashing. Yeah.
Looks like that kid doesn't have a very promising career in aviation.
No, I don't think so. But, you know, like father, like son.
We're not seriously like pointing and laughing at people dying.
No,
you know,
this
real
is
people
just
die in that show.
research. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very clinical thing.
Do you know about the Helios plane?
No.
It's a plane in Greece that took off, and the pilots forgot to tick on the pressurization. So you know how airplanes, when they're at cruising altitude, they have breathable oxygen.
Yeah.
So that plane just ascended to cruising altitude, and everyone succumbed to hypoxia, which is the lack of oxygen to the brain. And the first symptom of that is laughter and euphoria. So everyone just like started laughing, and then they passed out and all died. And the plane was just cruising until it ran out of fuel. And that's how they all died.
Damn. Did
Yeah.
the plane like crash in the ocean or something?
It crashed into like a field in Greece. You can actually go there. You can go see it.
Is there like a museum?
Yeah, like a little memorial for the Helios people.
Yeah, I didn't
That's a good
realize
episode.
they're like my world is opened up to all this plane crash related lore.
I
I
know.
just didn't know about. It's like, because I didn't think that plane crashes happen like that often. You know, I mean, like, I guess like, you know, you don't have a show like about car crashes, you know, because those just happen like all the time.
Well, like car crash compilation.
This is crazy. They made a show about like plane crash compilations.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was John Cox in the episode?
I did not see John Cox.
You didn't see Grandpa John?
No, I'll have to watch more to go see that guy.
John Cox is my aviation grandpa.
You were talking about this. Do you have like a full like aviation family?
Yeah, my aviation family, mostly John Cox. I don't really know. The rest are just, you know, hit and misses. They're there occasionally, but John's just my grandpa or my father. Maybe he's
Just
even
the
my
constant.
father. Yeah.
So you were talking about like your plane father being like Tom Hanks or something.
Oh, Sully Sullenberger, maybe.
Oh,
Yeah,
not Tom Hanks.
not Tom Hanks.
Was he played by Tom Hanks?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. It's been a while.
See, I'm getting nods from the crew over here.
These guys know movies.
So what's your favorite plane fact?
My favorite plane fact?
Yeah.
Do you know about... Oh, there's so many good facts. Do you know why the windows are round?
I'll probably know when you tell me.
Well, they used to be square, if you didn't know that. Little fun fact, in the early days of aviation, the plane windows used to be square. but the too much pressure built up in the corners of the window because squares aren't very strong, and the windows would blow out and cause depressurization. So they made them round. So now that's why airplanes can fly so high.
That makes sense.
And the windows are round.
Because like a circle is like one big arch.
Yeah, no weak points in the circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pressure points.
Circles are like the strongest thing imaginable.
Circles are so strong.
Like, what's the percentage of like planes that like crash that have square windows compared to the circle?
Oh,
ones?
100%.
Holy crap.
So if you ever see a plane with square windows,
I don't know.
Run.
What genius came up with the idea of having square windows in the first place? You think you would take off once? And then...
Yeah. The Wright brothers had no windows, though. Were they right?
No, I think they were just brothers.
Still rolling?
Oh yeah, no, we're still going. We've been rolling for all of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought we were just talking about planes.
This is an interview show. We're doing an interview.
Right.
Like,
no, I'm just saying you got me so
doing?
comfortable on the podcast talking about planes. I forgot we were even on the Chase Mair show.
Well, there you go. I did my job correctly. So, sponsors?
Do you have an ad read?
No. Do
you want one?
Well, are you gonna pay me?
No, you could just say one and hope they pay you. It's like on a spec ad read.
See, you know, if you're good at something, you never do it for free.
There you go.
I'm getting paid $10K to do the show right now.
Life advice for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Advice. So like, what's like your favorite plane?
It's my favorite plane.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know about the Concorde?
No.
You don't know about the Concorde?
I know about the Boeing 747.
No, like can you pull up a picture of a Concorde?
Yeah, sure.
You won't believe what it looks like. It's crazy. They used to fly these. They're the first high-speed airplane. They're like fighter jets, but commercial. One crashed. Actually, there is an episode of Mayday on that if you are interested.
Well, one thing at a time. Let's see. Concorde.
But don't look up Concorde crash because that's usually just a big fireball.
Thank you. That's pretty. It does look like surprisingly like a fighter jet.
Like imagine flying on that. I think it could get from like Toronto to New York in like, like 5 hours or something like that.
I feel you just get like crazy whiplash on that though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, do they like put your neck in a brace if you're like going like that
yeah,
fast?
It's like a few G's. They're bringing them back though, as I heard. I need that fact checked, but I'm pretty sure I saw something. They're bringing them back. Bring back the Concorde.
So there's a comeback tour.
I can't wait to go on the Concorde. I will be the first one in line.
So like when you go to like the airline, do you get to pick like what, like as an enthusiast, do you like go out of your way to figure out like what plane is like on your flight? What plane you're flying on?
Oh yeah, 100%. I know. I just see it and I know. Like, okay, usually if it's a short flight, it's a 737. Long haul flights though, I sometimes pick I pick the route based on the airplane I'll be flying. If like I get to go on a fun one. Like a big one.
I'm not laughing. I'm very
No,
interested.
don't laugh at me.
See, I'm being very rude to my guests by laughing.
That is.
See,
yeah.
it's like there's not a lot of oxygen down here, and I'm laughing.
Right, you have hypoxia.
Yeah, they had a similar scene like that in Mission Impossible 2, actually.
Did they?
Where
Tell me about it.
Well, the intro they were like on a plane, and then like the cabin pressure goes down. They turn on the light, and the masks drop down. Yeah. But they actually put like a sleeping gas in the masks because there was no low cabin pressure. So everybody thought they weren't going to pass out when they put on the masks, but they put on the masks and then they passed out.
Don't tell the hijackers about this one.
Well, I'm pretty sure they've all seen Mission Impossible too.
That's true.
It's a really.
Do you
good
think
movie.
hijackers watch Mission Impossible for inspo?
They should.
Yeah.
I've only seen the second one.
If you're a hijacker listening to this pod, watch Mission Impossible 2. Spark some creative ideas.
He had like a mask on because like you think it's Tom Cruise in the intro.
Right.
It's actually the main villain because he takes off the mask and he turns out to be like the villain guy. And it's like a big twist.
Oh, like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it's like a Scooby-Doo thing, but like.
Damn.
But like Tom Cruise is in it, and there's like Limp Bizkit song in the intro.
Right.
It's pretty cool.
Nice. I know that guy too.
Wait, you know him?
No, just know his work.
Are you familiar? What's your favorite Tom Cruise related thing?
Oh, he's in Top Gun.
Of course. And we're back. We're back to planes. It never stops.
You're welcome.
Are you a fan of like the one from the 80s? You're more partial to like the new one.
The new one's cool. The new one, I liked the new one. I went to go see it by myself.
I mean, hey, there's no shame in watching a movie alone, really.
No, there isn't. I've done it before.
Yeah. Did you like see it like in IMAX, or did you just see it in like
Just Park Royal. It's the movie theater. Yeah, it had the recliner seats, though. That was nice.
You get any popcorn or?
No, I just raw dogged the movie.
Well, I mean, that's fair. You don't want any distractions.
No. The planes were there. I didn't want to be crunching.
Yeah.
No slurping, no crunching. It's airplane time, baby.
Was it was it busy? Was it an empty theater?
It was pretty busy. It's when it just came out.
Oh, yeah.
It was an opening day, though.
It's like one of the first few days kind of thing.
Like the first 2 weeks, I like held off a little bit. I'm not that crazy.
Yeah, you're not there day one.
No,
you don't just see
no.
a plane movie and just go like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I just like one night I want to watch a movie. Bada bing, bada boom, and happen.
So to say, like, Park Royal is really like the only like movie theater like up on North Shore now.
Yeah.
So remember there was like 3 when I lived up there.
Really?
And they all closed down. Well, I mean, they had Park in Tilford, and they had one by
Oh, they had the
Sea Bus.
Lonsdale one, yeah.
Yeah, like the Esplanade one.
Forgot about that one.
I never went to that one.
I went there once, I think.
It's like I really wanted to like go there at some point because I was like, oh, I hadn't been, so I walked over there, and it was just everything was boarded up. It was tragic.
No airplane movies.
No movies in general.
Ugh.
I shed a single tear. You know, people need places to live and all that, but I think what we need is more movies.
Yeah.
I think I just need bigger screens so I can watch movies like Top Gun. When they do Top Gun 3, I want to see it in a movie theater in the North Shore. I don't want to do
Oh, can I tell you about a place you can see Top Gun this summer?
Yeah.
We're screening it outdoor.
So you're saying we? Are you implying that you work there?
No, I just...
Oh, like the royal we.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, just like...
You know, we're doing it like a
I'm not
metaphorical
affiliated
team.
with in any way, shape, or form.
We cleared that beforehand. I wasn't sure.
No, I signed my NDA.
So were you supposed to tell me about the whole thing on the...
Maybe not. It wasn't in the NDA, though.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you can see Top Gun there. I just know about that because I like airplane movies, so classic.
Are you a fan of Airplane?
I've actually never seen Airplane.
Well, I feel like that would be essential for a fan.
I know, that's crazy, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing great, guys.
Should we stop talking about airplanes?
No, I think it's important that the entire show is about airplanes.
Really? This is why you wanted me on the show? Is it gonna haunt you that your first episode ever is just me talking about airplanes?
No, it's gonna haunt me that I don't have a sponsor.
That is gonna hurt.
It's like I just wanted like a Raid Shadow Legends or like a NordVPN would be cool.
Yeah.
A Squarespace. I've used a Squarespace before.
I've used Wix.
I never used Wix. Is like wait, have you compared the two?
No, because I've never used Squarespace.
Oh God. We gotta pool our knowledge.
Why don't you name drop just a bunch of businesses that usually give out sponsors and one of them will stick, like throwing spaghetti on a fridge, you know?
Well, I just talk about like Raycons.
Yeah.
Love my Raycons.
Yeah.
I would love them. Oh,
Wouldn't
yeah,
you love
Doritos.
some Doritos right now?
God, I'm real thirsty, and it's a shame it's just water in here because I would really love a Bud Light.
What about a Straight and Narrow?
Do they do sponsorships?
Maybe they're local, so could do that.
If any representative at the Straight and Narrow Corporation is listening to the Chase Mair show right now, that was a visual gag for the people watching.
Yeah, people on
video.
audio don't even know what you just did.
See, I keep on forgetting this is an audio show. I just see the cameras, and I'm just like...
I know, the cameras are throwing me off.
I mean, they're not throwing me off. I feel very comfortable right now.
Okay.
Are you not comfortable?
No, I'm comfortable.
So, like, what's your favorite plane route?
My favorite plane route?
Yeah, like what, like like London to like New York or something like that. Like where's your favorite place for a plane to start, and where's your favorite place for it to end?
That's like there's so many places that could happen. One of my favorite flights was Vancouver to Amsterdam because we went over like Greenland and Iceland and got to see some ice. It's just crazy to be in a plane and look down and be like, that's ice. And we saw the Northern Lights.
I was supposed to say I'd hope that I'd be seeing a lot of ice in Iceland.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe kind of.
And Greenland, of course.
That would check out, yeah.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Like, you're seeing like the Northern Lights at a plane. Are they like at the same level as the plane, or are they like still like further up?
It's like the whole sky was just green and different colors. It was crazy.
Has there ever been like a crash involving like some guy flying in the Northern Lights and being like, I don't understand what this is, and they go like...
No, but there has been almost a crash involved with the plane flying through volcano ash.
Well, that
It
makes
created,
sense.
I forget what it's called, like something like fire effect, like the sparks from the ash hitting the plane and rubbing on it.
Yeah.
It was like making like the plane glow.
So has there ever been like an instance where like a plane is just like fallen in a volcano?
Maybe. You'd have to ask the plane.
Well, I mean, like I don't have a lot of connections in the plane community. I
Right.
have to.
Right.
I have to do some
research.
outreach. Like
There
maybe
you
I'll
go.
have a plane on the show eventually.
Yeah, you should. What
Yeah.
plane? If you had a plane on the show, what plane would it be?
A good one, preferably.
Right.
Maybe a Concorde.
A Concorde. Yeah.
I don't know. They're pretty busy these days if
They
they're
are.
doing like a big comeback thing.
Yeah, it's a comeback tour, the Concorde.
Maybe like a Boeing 747. That's
A good
classic.
one. Do you know how many decks that has?
2
Kind of.
ish.
1.5 is the correct answer.
Oh, it's just like a 1.5 bedroom kind of deal.
Yeah. Do you know what an Airbus A380 is?
No.
It's 2 decks, but it's Airbus's version. No one talks about Airbus as much as Boeing, you know?
Well, it's like Boeing's got like they have a catchier name, you know. I mean,
Really?
Airbus is like more succinct, but like I feel like Boeing, there's mystery to it, you know.
Boeing?
It's like someone's like, oh yeah, like you don't know what a Boeing is. Someone's like, oh, this is a Boeing. You're just like, what's that? I want to learn more. Like
Right.
Airbus, it's just like it makes sense.
I went on the factory tour at Boeing actually one time, and all the employees, they have this catchphrase. You want to know what it is?
Yeah,
If it's not Boeing, I'm not going.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Do they have that on T-shirts? Can you get
Yeah,
that?
they do. They
you
have
get
it
that
on
in the merch
books
store?
and T-shirts, and they have it on everything. Whoever came up with that in the marketing department is reaping in the rewards. I can tell you that for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Huawei guy
Yeah.
saying my way or the Huawei.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I didn't know they said that actually.
I can't tell if that was fake news or not, but I read it in a headline once.
I like
It's
it.
Like, they just like saying
You should
that.
pitch that to him. Maybe they'll be the sponsor of this episode.
Well, I mean, like I have shown my phone, my Huawei phone. Do you guys know like the name of like any Huawei phones? Can you even buy a Huawei?
Huawei.
Can you buy a Huawei phone anymore?
Huawei P30 Pro.
Well, I just love my Huawei P30 Pro. I like the photos it takes. I like how it's a very functional smartphone, yet it's sleek and classy.
And you're gonna get it Huawei or another.
That's right. So use my coupon code. I'll add the coupon code in it post
Okay,
to like
cool.
dub it over.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on the Huawei watch. Now, I've never been a watch guy myself, but if I were to get a watch on my wrist here, it would be a Huawei watch, which would really complement my Huawei P30.
That was good.
They're cohesive. They come together really well. And I just love technology, especially ones by Huawei. Get in quick. Buy yourself a Huawei phone before 2024, before the government bans them.
Will there be a Huawei black market, do you think? Like illegal Huawei underground trading?
Well, it depends on how many Huawei enthusiasts there are, you know.
Well, you could start some right now. Are you one?
Well, I've always been a Huawei enthusiast.
Right.
I've never owned any phone but a Huawei. But yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
Like, was there like a black market for like people who wanted like Amazon Fire phones when they like got rid of those? I don't really think so.
Maybe. I feel like there could be anything on the black market.
I guess it is just like a market at the end of the day.
I learned there's like a maple syrup black market recently.
Is that like a highly regulated industry here? Or?
No, it's just like I don't know enough about the subject to speak on it, to be completely honest, but there's like vats of maple syrup in Quebec, and they had like this heist where they were like sold and a bunch of crazy things happened, but yeah, worth a
Liquid
lot of money.
gold.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, if anybody's interested, don't do that. Don't
No.
steal maple syrup. Not because it isn't profitable, it's unethical.
There you go.
Yeah. See, we got to say it to the audience when we're talking about.
Together in sync?
Well, we is in me.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm the host of the show.
Are you speaking in third person?
I'm speaking in person
Okay.
to you right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So Chase, what is your dream for this podcast?
Well, first of all, like we're gonna get a big studio. It's gonna be like Joe Rogan, but like good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you plan to do that?
Well, first of all, episode takes off. Get a couple million hits on TikTok. I think that's reasonable. I think
Yeah.
that's a reasonable expectation.
Can be done.
It will be done.
It will be.
And you know, once we get a couple sponsors going around, build up our capital, you know, really expand the brand a bit, I think we'll rent out a warehouse somewhere and just build it out. You know, maybe move to Austin, Texas. I heard they got a lot of studios there. Plan to get some some cool guests. You know, we'll get
Top 3 guests.
Steve-O. He does podcasts, right?
Sure.
Joe Biden. I feel like it's achievable. I feel like he needs the Zoomer market,
Right.
and
you're gonna give it to him.
I'm the voice of my generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they call you.
Yes.
Chase Mair, the voice of the generation.
We don't know what generation, just one of them. I'm a voice of many generations.
Which generation would you want to be the voice of?
As many as I can. I'm a man of the people.
There you go. You should run for office.
Yeah, I should. You know, I have a lot of beliefs. I have a lot of convictions. I have a lot of ideas, I think. I'll be the first podcaster prime minister.
Yeah. All your policies are delivered via podcast, hey?
Well, yeah, like all my policies. Like, I don't do televised debates. I just, like, I think we go on the Joe Rogan Experience. The only time I'll go on his show, by the way. And he'll be the moderator, and I'll debate my my opponent. Do they do like political debates on like podcasts? I feel like that's probably a thing that like some people do.
Probably. Yeah, anything can be a podcast.
Like Joe Biden, I don't think he knows what a podcast is, but like I feel like there's like some like quack like third party people, you know, like members of like the weed party or something. They probably debate over podcast.
Probably. Would you be independent?
Well, I represent myself.
There you go. Chase Mair.
Because like I don't want to be tied down with like a party like rhetoric or an idea, you know.
Right.
I'm like too radical. I'm too innovative.
Reinventing the wheel as you go.
Like it's gonna be like a bit of capitalism, a bit of socialism, and there's gonna be a lot more swag in it.
Right.
You know.
Of course.
Like we're talking big changes.
Big changes.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you're gonna change?
State mandated blunts. We're gonna do that.
Okay. How?
Well, we're just gonna give people blunts. They don't have to smoke them. Like I don't smoke them.
No.
But I just think it's a good way to pay it forward, you know. I think we're gonna get rid of motorcycles. Like I like motorcycles. I think they're like kind of cool, but I think they're just disruptive.
How about bicycles?
No, bicycles are fine.
It's like a motorcycle with no motor.
Yeah. No, it's like if their motor's like too much, then it's like you're done.
Right. What
Like-
about e-bikes?
E-bikes are fine as long as they don't punch my mirrors. You know.
Punch your mirrors?
Well, that's I've seen like a lot of videos on the internet of like.
Has it happened to you?
No, but I saw it on the internet.
Oh, okay. That means it's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever been on an e-scooter?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I felt very powerful on my little Lime scooter. I feel like
There
a
you
new
go.
man.
So how do you feel about those? Are you gonna ban them?
Yeah, they're kind of annoying.
Okay.
So I feel like
bye motorcycles. Bye Lime scooters.
because it's just like you just go through suburbs and there's just like I don't know like 5 or 6 like limes just like parked in their front yard and it's just like where am I supposed to park my car?
Right.
This goes into another one of my policies. I just think we need more parking lots.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you start that?
With a steamroller.
Okay.
Not a steamroller. Yeah, a steamroller actually.
Would you pave Paradise?
Well, paradise is pavement.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Paradise of pavement. That's a good campaign slogan.
Yeah. It's just like we just don't have anywhere to park our cars.
Right.
You know, it's
There's
like
more parking lots than there's more parking spots.
it's like why do we have so many parks? Like who cares about trees?
Right.
You know, I need more Walmart supercenters. I need more Costco's. I think we should have more lanes on the highway.
How many?
More.
6?
As many as we can fit.
10.
Yeah.
I think 10 would work.
Cuz like traffic's just been bad lately.
10 on
you know?
each side.
Yeah. Cuz like we have 10 lanes for each side. I feel like there just wouldn't be traffic.
What if everyone got their own lane? What if you could rent a lane?
Yeah, as long as I can have them.
Yeah.
Like if I can drive on any of them, regardless if they're rented.
What if
or
there's
not.
the Chase Mair lane? Like, you know, the HOV lane? It's like 2 more people. What if it's just like the Chase Mair lane and it's
Yeah.
only you?
So you can only be in this lane if you're an esteemed podcaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for your subscribers.
Yeah, it's like if you follow my Patreon, you give me $5, you get to hang out in the Chase Mair lane.
Sounds like you're on the way to taking over the world, Chase.
Well, you know,
One podcast at a time.
what can I say? I'm ambitious.
No, I enjoy it.
I'm an innovator.
Don't let your dreams just be dreams, Chase.
Well, what do you think I'm doing right now?
You live in it. You're an inspiration to us all.
There's going to be a billboard with my name on it. And it's going to say The Chase Mair Show, the #1 podcast that's ever been. And yeah, that'll be my legacy.
There you go.
You know, doesn't matter if I never marry, if I never do anything important, because the only important thing I'm doing is this show right now.
Damn right.
I don't need kids. I don't need a pension.
Nope.
I don't need to do something useful, because this is more than that.
You really believe in yourself, hey?
I believe in myself so hard. Like, I win so often. It's just like a thing that I do.
Do you just wake up and win?
Yeah.
Do you have a mantra?
Never stop winning.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I lose, but like you need that sometimes, you know.
Do you like that song that goes like that?
Which one?
All you do is win no matter what?
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, I don't need a song to tell me how to think.
No, okay.
I'm a free thinker.
Do you sing your own songs?
Yeah.
Do one.
I don't want to.
Okay.
But yeah, I think there are big things coming. Like there are big things coming. There are big things happening.
I see it. It's the tip of the Chaseberg.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Che Nation, that's starting up. The Chase World Order, if you will.
Chase World Order. I like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll get myself another blazer that actually fits me well. Get myself I don't know, a nice pair of shoes. Get myself another Huawei P30.
Huawei.
Get them now. The show's going really good.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's going really good?
Yeah, it's so well. This is everything I dreamed it would be. How does the audience feel?
It's an empty room. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I was talking to the listeners.
So like what's the craziest thing you've seen a bear eat?
A human. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it.
Like you've seen like pictures of it or like
Just, yeah.
That's gnarly.
Yeah. Not pictures, just like, stories, lore.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw pictures. Yeah, like in text form.
Yeah.
I saw text
form.
pictures.
Visual pictures.
Yeah.
That are made out of words. The words are my visual.
Yeah, this is an audio visual art form.
Yeah.
It's, I look at the words and I have a little button that reads everything out to me.
The words paint the picture in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a tapestry.
Yeah. That's why I love words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Books are my museum. Like a library. It's like an art museum.
That's crazy.
Do you like subtitles?
Yeah. It's just like, I just feel like, I mean, I watch a fair amount of like foreign things. I think it's also just like, it's a legibility thing. It's that a lot of mixing is just not that great.
Right.
I think. It's just like dialogue tends to get like buried in the mix. Like I feel like if I were to watch like a Christopher Nolan movie with subtitles, it'd be a very different experience, you know?
Right. Yeah. Wouldn't want to do that.
Like The Prestige or something.
Yeah, that movie doesn't need subtitles.
How do they do those tricks, do you think?
The Magicians?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a movie chase.
Yeah, but like the whole point is that like, their tricks, they have like ideas behind them, you know? They like there's mechanics.
Like how do you come up with the tricks?
Well, how they
or
work.
in the movies?
Well, how do the tricks work?
Like a magician?
Yeah.
How do magicians work?
Yeah.
A magician never reveals their tricks.
Well, it's not a very good pitch to like get new magicians, huh?
Well, I don't know how new magicians are made.
Like, how do they do like the quarter thing, you know?
Like the one where they like reach behind your ear and you're like, is this your quarter?
Yeah, it's like every time like they do that, I like check and there's no quarter back there and then they just pull it out.
I feel like magicians are really unsure of themselves. Every time they do something, they're like, is this your card?
Yeah.
They don't know. Like, I've never heard a confident magician. Like, a confident magician would be like, this is your card.
I mean, they were pretty confident in that movie.
Why do they always ask questions? Just tell me if this is my card or not. If you're the magician, you know.
Like, you ever just like decide to be deliberate with a magician and like lie to them? Like, no, this isn't my quarter. Like, is that a thing that people do?
watch their wheels turn. We should fuck with magicians more. We give them too much credit.
It's like if they're trying to trick me, well, guess what, buddy? You're getting fucking tricked.
Yeah, we're gonna pull the rug right under the magician.
Yeah,
they're gonna fall over, knock the wind out of them.
I'm actually gonna saw them in half.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Like, how did they do that one? Do they have like two people in there?
Yeah, usually I think.
That's crazy.
But it could be real magic.
I have to consult my magic guy on this one.
Do you have a magic guy?
I have a guy for everything.
Why is Magic Mike not a magician?
That's a good question.
Or is he? In a way.
Well, I think the magic is in his body.
Is that the joke?
I don't think. I think it was a very serious movie.
Oh, okay. I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, but I
No.
heard it was serious.
Yeah, I've just heard about it.
It's got magical packs.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah. It's like that was the whole thing where it's just like he has to like be like a stripper or whatever to get by or something.
Right. There you go.
It's like apparently the first one's supposed to be like a very serious drama and the rest are just like silly.
There you go. Got two out of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much mileage they can get out of that where it's just like guys struggling to get by and then he just stops
He's hot.
struggling.
Ah.
I guess that's what they do, yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad. He's got all these abs, but not any money.
Classic conundrum. That's one that I've often been in, yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's why you're doing the Chase Mair show.
Well, yeah, I mean, finances, I mean, the recession, everything.
Yeah,
It's been
exactly.
tight, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost as tight as my abs, honestly.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, like, no matter how shredded you get, it's just, like, it's tough,
It is.
you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I thought, like, eventually I would just get shredded and they would just, like, start giving me money, but...
Right. You got to work for it, though. Really hard.
Anyways, so... I don't know. How long have I been doing this?
I don't know. That's a long time.
Well, what you could say is it's a long-form show.
Yeah, how long is this podcast going to be? What are you going to crop this down to?
I'm not editing this at all.
This is just
This
riffing.
like this is a raw podcast.
I can't wait for you to edit the best of moments.
Yeah, the funny moments.
All-time best of Chase Mair show moments.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do a top 10 to promote the show. The top 10 Chase Mair show moments.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be the entire show.
Yeah.
Because like really, the best Chase Mair show moment is the entire show.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to cater to people who wouldn't sit around for the full experience. You
Exactly. If you're still listening, what do you say to them?
know? Listen to it even more. Share it with your friends.
There you go.
You know.
This is only the beginning.
This is the beginning of something special. You know.
Yeah.
The Chase Mair show. That is.
Chase Mair show.
Like we have a sign. We have
Is
a
this a
studio.
weekly show, Chase?
You know, I'm hoping to do it weekly.
Yeah?
You know, I'm pretty confident in myself in saying that I could do a good interview like at least once a week.
Yeah, that's a good goal.
Yeah,
When are you gonna release them?
weekly.
Weekly,
Yeah,
like on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
I don't know. I'm gonna.
What day of the week show is this?
You know, I was thinking, you know, like maybe like a Friday show, like kind of an after dark kind of thing. You know, it's like
Ooh.
it's the weekend. You know, and it's like you get to tune in the show.
Yeah,
The
that's
Chase Mair
dirty.
show, that is.
Yeah,
But I don't know. We're the jury's out on this one. I have to talk to my producers, my
Right.
partners. We have a lot of investors in the show, so it's like,
lawyers.
oh, don't even get me started on the lawyers. But it's like a big thing where it's just like, well, the SEO guys obviously have to have a say, right? Where it's just
Right.
like, what's the ideal podcast posting time?
Right.
But
What if they give you like 2 a.m. on a Tuesday?
well, that's why I don't listen to my SEO guys.
Yeah, they don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I was thinking Sundays maybe, but there are like other shows by other people I know that usually post on Sundays. So
It is
it's
the
like-
beginning of the week,
Yeah, it's
technically,
like
but the end of the weekend.
they can listen to it. You can listen to it while doing your Sunday chores, or you can save it for the work day. You know,
There you go.
because you know I'm sure a lot of people are listening to the Chase Mair show at work.
Yeah, at the 9 to 5.
Yeah,
Because that's who your target audience is.
yeah, people with jobs,
Yeah, people with jobs
people with money.
that want to be you one day.
They want to be me, and they want to donate to my Patreon.
Yeah, with all that 9 to 5 work they've been doing.
Well, exactly. This show actually appeals to people who make at least $25 an hour.
At least.
Yeah.
That's
Preferably 30 and up, but you know,
Yeah.
I'm willing to compromise.
There you go.
Because like I feel like I can't just pigeonhole my demographics into one income bracket.
No, not after the first episode. You
No,
gotta
not
wait
after
till
the
at least
first
episode 2 for that.
You know, after my first sponsorship, I feel like we have a better idea on who's listening to the show, like who's invested in that. You know.
Yeah, make the investors happy.
Yeah, they've been breathing down my neck.
Yeah, the funders pushing you to get this first episode out the gate.
It's like, oh, you spent all this money on all this equipment. You know, you got a whole crew. You got a set. Like,
You gotta guess that you pay. Right.
you know, there's no cost too high for this show. You know,
Right.
It's my art. It's my legacy right here.
Yeah, this is it. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Come a long way since Philosophy Fridays.
Yeah, it's like people won't be able to skip this one.
No. You can't tap through it like stories. You
Yeah.
gotta-
You gotta sit down and listen.
Yeah.
Listen to the true.
Yeah.
What's
This
being
is
spoken.
raw. This is
Yeah.
Chase raw, unedited. It's just you.
Yeah.
It's your blood, sweat, and tears being poured out in an audio and visual format.
This is my heart and soul being poured out into the show.
I can see it. I can feel it.
How about that weather, huh?
Don't get me started. It's like there's sun and clouds.
Yeah, it was a little cooler today than
It
it has been
was
the past few
cooler
days.
today. What was up with that? I couldn't go paragliding because of it.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't really
Sucks.
mind. It just gets like really, really warm in my room.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like a pressure cooker. It's just
How do you think the airplanes feel?
That's true. I haven't consulted the airplanes on
No,
this
you
one.
should.
You know, I don't want them to crash.
No,
I mean, like they can be on an episode of Mayday, I guess, but
that's true. That's the airplane dream, really.
see, is that like being on like Mayday? Is that like the airplane Hall of Fame, or is it like the airplane Hall of Shame because you crashed?
I think it's both. I think it can be both.
I
Some
feel
of them win in the end. The airplane wins.
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like I just haven't gone into an episode where there's been a winner yet.
Okay.
Because like I'm glad I have a Mayday person, so
Yeah. Anytime anyone needs to know about Mayday, just like send me a message.
So is there like a lot of filler? It's like they have like filler episodes where just like this
Yeah, they
crash
do like the
sucks.
compilation episodes. Like they like
Oh.
relate a bunch of plane crashes together. I'm like, I wanted a new episode, but they're just like, these are the top 3 plane crashes that were the same thing.
It's like
Get over it.
it's like fucking
Show me something new.
fucking clip shows.
Yeah, exactly.
essentially.
Clip shows. Exactly.
They're just like
The writers are bored at the end of the season. And they're like, what do we got in the can? And then they just like pay
Yeah.
some editor to, binge drink and edit it together in 48 hours.
yeah, this is the top 10 Mayday moments of the season.
That's true.
And that's an interesting thing. That's like a relic of like network TV, I guess, where they just do like they just do like clip show episodes.
That's
like,
true.
all
Yeah.
the time. It's like
Yeah,
every
I thought
like
Mayday was better than that, but
you'd hope so.
no.
Well, even like The Simpsons, like every season, like for like 10 years, they would just have like a
Don't
clip
even
show.
started clip shows.
They're never like the clip show episodes are like never good because I'd just rather watch an episode of The Simpsons.
Would you ever do a clip show Chase Mair show episode?
Well, I do a top 10 Chase Mair show moments.
So are you better than the clip shows?
Well, it's different. It's a top 10 compilation.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
How about them apples?
How do you like them apples?
I like them.
Yeah, I'm a big apple guy.
The Big Apple?
I've never been to New
You
York.
from New York?
No, I
You
just
just
like
said you're a Big
apples.
Apple guy.
Well, it's like I'm big on apples.
Oh, okay.
You know what I don't understand? Like
What?
Red Delicious apples. They suck.
They're not very delicious.
No, they're not. They're like dry and they
Wait,
just
what are
don't
your
taste
favorite
good.
apples?
I'm a big I like ambrosia. Maybe that's the
Oh.
Okanagan guy.
Have you ever had a
I'm talking?
Cosmic Crisp?
I have. Yeah, that's a
That's
nice
the best
apple.
apple,
Yeah.
in my opinion. It's crispy, it's crunchy, it's red, and it's delicious.
Yeah.
But it's not a Red Delicious.
No, I feel like Red Delicious is like it's like a middle finger to people trying to get into apples. you
Yeah.
know? It's like oh, like you want to pick the delicious one, obviously.
Yeah, like if I was looking at my options of apples, I'd be like Red Delicious. Sounds awesome. That
Yeah.
sounds like everything you'd want in an apple. But it's just a strip tease of apples right there.
They're teasing me.
Teasing me, teasing my taste buds. You're like, oh, it's so delicious.
And I just got way too excited for an apple, and it disappointed me.
What do you think about Granny Smith?
I think they're nice. I think like I like them in the context of like something baked, you know,
Mm.
like a nice pie.
Right.
They're a good pie apple.
That is a good pie apple because they're like not too sweet.
Yeah, I like Fuji's. Fuji's are nice.
These are good.
They're like a little sweeter, but like I can have one on its own and also cook with it. It's like doing like a curry with it. It's like kind of nice.
What about Gala?
Gala's like the meat and potatoes of apples.
I was gonna say it's like the lunchbox apple. You know, it's like when you went to school, you'd have a Gala apple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with the Gala apple, but I feel like it's the meat and potatoes apple. Like there's nothing like too crazy about the Gala apple.
No.
It's like it's good. It's a good
Solid apple.
It's a good apple, but I'm not selling my kidneys to have it. You know,
No.
not mortgaging my house to get a bag of Gala apples.
No, for sure.
What about berries?
Berries? What kind of berries?
I've been very partial to blueberries.
Blueberries are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them. Raspberries?
See, raspberries are nice. Like, I think like what I really dig about the blueberries is like they're not too sweet. You know, they just have like a nice like
Right.
they have a nice flavor, but they don't like overwhelm me. Because like I can't just like eat too many raspberries, else I feel guilty about it. You
That's true. They're so expensive too. Big raspberries, really.
know. Yeah. Raspberries and blackberries too.
You know, but pineapples.
Pineapples are nice, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was complaining about fruit being too sweet, but I do like pineapples. They're like the sweetest thing out there.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like when you get like those like fruit platters, like those fruit trays. Like I'm a big pineapple guy.
Right.
Yeah, like my big issue with those fruit plates is that they just like there's always like one or two that just aren't good fruits.
The melon.
Yeah, it's always the melons. Like I don't mind the watermelons.
The green melon. What's that one called?
Honeydew.
See, that one is also a striptease name. It's like, oh, it's honey. It's no.
It sounds pleasant.
No, it's just plain. It's like crunchy water.
Yeah, it's just nothing.
It's the celery of fruits.
It's a nothing fruit, exactly.
It's nothing. It's meaningless.
So I got into an argument over this about what's the worst fruit on a fruit plate.
Did you?
Like, my buddy was like very insistent that it was cantaloupe. I'm like, cantaloupe at least tastes like something.
Yeah, cantaloupe can fuck.
Yeah, cantaloupe can hang. Like I'm not gonna go out and buy like an individual cantaloupe because that's.
Would
just
you
not
buy
my
a
thing.
can of lopes?
You know, I'd consider it.
A whole can?
It's very possible I could get a whole can.
There you go.
So back to fruit plates.
Back to fruit plates. You got more to say about fruit plates?
I'm just saying that honeydew definitively the worst one.
Okay.
Because like, I don't mind cantaloupe. I don't mind it at all.
Right.
It's like it's just decent enough fruit.
Yeah, it's like juicy a little bit.
Yeah, it's got like an interesting flavor to it.
I feel like it's like one of those fruits that you don't have. Like I wouldn't just go buy it as a cantaloupe at a store.
Yeah, exactly.
On my own, like I think like.
So I feel like a lot of those fruit platter fruits, that's the deal with it though.
There you go.
I feel like I would buy a whole pineapple. I just don't know if I'd make use of the whole pineapple.
You ever had an edible arrangement? Like people that professionally make fruit plates?
No. I just had the grocery store stuff.
You know, you can like deliver that as like, you know, I'm sorry, here's an edible fruit plate.
So like if I ever get into a fight with someone, I can just give them an edible
fruit plate.
Can they like eat the plate? Is the plate like the edible part too, or is that?
Well, I think that's a lawsuit waiting to happen, you know?
It's like a big thing, like false advertising.
Yeah, it's like edible arrangement. You would assume everything is edible.
Yeah.
Not just the fruit on the plate, but the plate itself.
See, I would have assumed that it was all just edibles.
Yeah. Imagine
that. It's like a fruit platter, but it's instead of fruit, it's just like
edibles
weed.
shaped like fruits.
Yeah. It's like a platter that gets you high.
Dude, that'd be so cool.
That'd be so fucking
That'd
crazy.
be so cool. You'd be the coolest kid around.
Yeah, I'm the coolest kid on the playground with my my weed
Your
plate.
weed plate. Yeah, that'd be so cool. All the kids would want your weed plate.
Yeah, I got a bong in the back. If you want to crush some of these nugs, these flowers, you know.
There you go.
You wanna crush a roach with me?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't touch the cantaloupe though.
No, don't touch the cantaloupe. The cantaloupe's
No,
mine.
there's just still cantaloupe on your edible weed plate.
It's better than fucking honeydew.
Don't even get me started.
I'd be so upset if there was honeydew on
man.
my weed plate. Who had the conviction of being like, oh, we're gonna keep on cultivating and growing honeydew, and we're gonna put them on fruit platters?
Yeah, what are you should bring an expert in from the honeydew cultivators. Like, who are they?
Yeah, like there's got to be like one guy who's like a big fan of honeydews.
He's just the one guy that's single-handedly upholding the honeydew industry.
Like the industry is just held alive by fruit platters.
That's true.
Have you ever seen anyone just buy a whole honeydew?
No,
Yeah.
never actually. Maybe they don't.
So I used to work in a produce section.
Oh, did you?
I never saw anybody buy it.
And you worked in a produce section.
Yeah.
You're scratching the tip of something crazy here.
See, all I'm saying, if anybody has an anonymous tip or a not anonymous tip, you can call our toll-free number. They know what it is.
They know.
And we'll feature you on the Chase Mair show.
Honeydew.
And if Big Honeydew is listening and they would like to sponsor the show, I can walk back everything I've said.
Really?
I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe honeydew is actually incredible and the best fruit, but only if they pay me to say that.
There you go. Maybe it's like code for something. Honeydew. It's like maybe it's a front. Like every purchase of a honeydew is actually something bigger. It lies beneath the surface. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like everybody talks about like mattress stores and like that whole conspiracy. It's like, oh yeah, those are a front. But what about the honeydew?
What about the honeydews?
It's like a mattress store in every grocery store in the country. Maybe the mob's behind it.
I think so.
Is the mob still around? Do they still do stuff?
I think so. I mean, I haven't really heard about what they're up to recently. People always talk about the mob, but
I feel like that was more of like a 20th century thing, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
It's like the Goodfellas and the casinos.
Yeah, and they're smoking things and causing ruckus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know what the mob does. Like, what are their top 3 projects right now? Do they have teams, do you think? Like, do you think they've modernized the mob?
Well, I feel like, yeah, I feel like a lot of it's probably drugs.
Right.
You know, maybe they do like public works projects. They build like a bridge or something. I didn't want to say it,
Come on.
but there might be a certain stake in the Chase Mair show that's
I
owned
knew
by
it.
a certain group of people.
You're in deep with the honeydew.
No, not the
Oh, okay.
honeydew. No, the cantaloupe aren't. You know, the cantaloupe gang.
Cantaloupe. This is why you're so anti-honeydew. It's all coming together now.
Well, I call myself Uncle Honeydew, but you know.
Uncle Honeydew? Is that your mob name?
No, I just couldn't help doing a really stupid joke.
Has anyone ever called you Uncle Honeydew?
No, maybe they should though.
Yeah.
It sounds kind of fun, actually.
The Uncle Honeydew Show. It's not too late to rebrand. This is the first episode.
Yeah, I mean, nah, I don't want to.
There you go.
I like it just being my name.
Yeah, it could be, but now everyone knows you're Uncle Honeydew.
Well, I mean, everybody can know a lot of things. Doesn't mean they can act on it.
That's true.
Like, I know a lot of things, and I can't do anything about it.
What do you know?
Well, I know that, you know, a plane crashes if you don't pull up the flaps.
That is true.
I mean, shit.
Well,
if I
you
was
have
in
to
a plane,
put down
I
the
could do it.
flaps, but
Well, you have to put them down. Huh?
yeah, you put them down.
See, if I were to double down on that, I would have crashed a plane.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you're not a pilot and you're a podcast show host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also going on network TV.
Oh, network TV. Do you know what the flaps do on a plane?
I'd imagine it like positions the plane to like gain altitude, like kind of, you know, it like helps it arc up, you know.
In a way, yes. It increases the surface area of the wing, meaning there's more lift, so the wings are bigger when there's flaps extended.
That's basically what
So
I
that's
said.
why, like, if the plane is on takeoff, it's super heavy. It's got all these bitches on the plane, all these bags. It's got to go fast and have a lot of lift. If the flaps aren't down, bitches be too heavy.
Is that the industry term?
That's the industry standard term. They
Yeah.
just cut it out of the Mayday episodes. I
was really surprised because I was watching a Mayday episode and like the cabin crew, like the pilot driver is just like, oh, we really fucked up on this one. I was like, I thought this was on network TV. I didn't think they could say that.
There you go.
Like, I don't have like a problem with it. I was just surprised because that was like from like 2002 or something.
Can we swear on your show?
No.
Okay. Fuck.
Well, that is
That's the show.
You know, that you know. Thank you for coming on the Chase Mair
Do
show.
we shake?
I think
How do we audio shake?
Well, I feel like the audience, they know.
This is an audio handshake.
Yeah, we're shaking audio wise.
I'm shaking your audio hand right now.
Do you have anything to sell, to plug?
Ooh, to plug? Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Maddie Hart. You can watch Mayday on Discovery Channel. Season 23 right now. Season 24 soon. Who knows?
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And tune in next week for more Chase Mair show. We're gonna have more guests. We're gonna have more questions. We're gonna be the biggest show on the internet. So
I believe it.
stay tuned. Joe Rogan, if you're listening to this, this isn't a threat, but look out.